So 9-1. The question here is how much gross profit is to be recognized by the company. And you're asked to solve for two amounts, one under the percentage of completion method and another under the zero profit method. Thus, as we have discussed already percentage of completion, we've only talked about zero profit method very briefly. So we'll try to add more to that discussion in this problem. So here, in problem 9-1, very simple, compute for the realized gross profit. And this has been what we have been solving in the past. Okay, and as I've mentioned, you need two things to solve for the percentage of completion. And these are your uh, the percentage of completion and the expected gross profit. Let's start with the expected gross profit. This is the easier one to solve. How do you solve for the expected gross profit? You deduct the total cost of the project from the contract price. And we can expect class for the problem to give us already the contract price. Normally, the problem will already give you the contract price. So in solving for your expected gross profit, you will only be looking for one more thing. Yeah, and that is the total cost of the construction project. And normally it would be labeled in the problem class as total cost at completion. Because the prepositions here are very important. Cost to complete and cost at completion are two different things. In solving for your expected gross profit, you need the cost at completion. What does the cost at completion represent? It represents the total cost to finish the project. That is your cost at the point of completion. That would be the total amount of cost that you will incur at the time the project, at the point in which the project will be completed. So again, in solving for your expected gross profit, going back, in solving for your realized gross profit, you need two things, percentage of completion and expected gross profit. In solving for your expected gross profit, you also need two things. What are these two things you need to solve for your expected gross profit? Or normally, how do we solve for gross profit? Sales minus cost of goods sold. Okay, here, the contract price minus the construction cost. So again, normally we would expect the contract price to be given. The only thing that you will have to compute would be the cost at completion. And this is now where students will find it difficult. Kay the things that you would need class would be branching out already. Again, in solving for the RGP, just need two things, the percentage of completion and the expected gross profit. But in these two things that you need class, you have other things that you need to get these two things. And that is where the difficulty will arise. Okay? But if you will just be able to do it step by step class, two things you need for RGP, two things you need for expected gross profit. And what are the two things you need to solve for your expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. Okay, and if you go over the given class, does it give you the cost at completion? The answer is no. So you will also have to solve for the cost at completion. But if you understand what cost at completion represents, then you should be able to solve it, class. What does cost at completion represent? The total construction cost, the total cost that you will incur for you to complete the project from start to finish. And in this problem class, it would be composed of your cost incurred in 2016. Okay? That is the cost incurred for the current year since 2016 is the first year of the project. Okay? But is that amount equivalent to your cost at completion class? Is that amount equivalent to your cost at completion? No, because that amount does not represent the total amount of cost that will be incurred. How do we know that that amount is not yet the total cost? Because the problem also gives us the estimated remaining costs. So if you will be asked, how much have you already incurred? Your answer would be 200. How much have you already incurred? 200,000. Okay? How much are you still going to incur to finish the project? 400,000, and the 400,000 is your estimated remaining cost. So if you're trying to figure out the total cost, then it should be logical, class, that you add everything you've already incurred and your amount that you will still have to incur. I hope that makes sense to you. The total construction cost will be everything you have incurred so far and everything that you will have to incur in the subsequent periods. Okay, so if you will be asking this problem, how much have you incurred already? 200. How much have you have to spend? 400. So how much are you going to spend all in all for the project DI? That will be your 600. And it is this 600 that will be the it is this 600 that will be the cost at completion. And with that, class, we have the two things we need to solve for your expected gross profit. And again, what are the two things you need to solve for the expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. Since we have these two, we can already solve for the expected gross profit. How much then is the expected gross profit? 400,000. And how did we get the 400,000? Contract price of 1 million minus the total cost or the cost at completion of 600,000. By the way, class, the 400,000, it is the estimated remaining cost. How else will that normally be presented in the problem, class? That could be labeled as your cost to complete. And that is what I emphasized earlier. Problems will normally be using the terms cost at completion and cost to complete. Again, cost at completion and cost to complete are not the same. Your cost at completion would be the total for everything. The cost to complete will be the remaining cost plus the additional cost that you will have to incur. Very important distinction, class. Please do not confuse your cost at completion with cost to complete. Between cost to complete and cost at completion, which one do you need for your expected gross profit, class? Cost at completion. Okay? So please do not get confused between cost to complete and cost at completion. Okay, so we already have our expected gross profit of 400,000. We just need your percentage of completion. And in solving for your percentage of completion, class, you also need two things, class. Okay, and what are these two things that you need to solve for your percentage of completion? Your cost incurred to date, which will be divided by your cost at completion. Okay? So again, this is now where the confusion or the difficulty will arise. What are the two things you need to solve for your realized gross profit? Percentage of completion and expected gross profit. But do we expect the problem to give you these two? The answer is no. So you will have to solve for the expected gross profit and the percentage of completion. And what are the two things you need to solve for your expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. And how do you solve, class, using those two? Contract price minus cost at completion. Next, the other thing you need to solve for your RGP is the percentage of completion. Again, you need two things to solve for your percentage of completion. And what are these two things? The cost incurred to date divided by your cost at completion. So class, very important ang cost at completion. If you get the cost at completion wrong, then your percentage of completion will be wrong, your expected gross profit will be wrong. Unexpectedly, your RGP will also be wrong. Okay? So very important that you get the correct cost at completion. And you'll notice in problem 9-1, it's not given. Okay, we had to solve for the cost at completion, which was 600,000. Okay, so very crucial see cost incurred. Sorry, very crucial see cost at completion. Now, what do we mean by cost incurred today? These are the costs that you have already incurred. Okay, but if it's already the second period, class, or the second year, your cost incurred to date will be the cost incurred in year 1 plus cost incurred in year 2, because again, it's a cumulative amount. If you're in year 3, how do you get your cost incurred to date? Cost incurred in year 1 plus cost incurred in year 2 plus cost incurred in year 3. If you're in year 5, how do you solve for the cost, the percentage of completion? You get the cost incurred to date as of year 5. And what will that comprise? It will comprise the cost incurred in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5. Okay? Now, in this problem in 9-1, how much is our cost incurred to date? This is not yet confusing because we are still in the first year. Whatever we have incurred in 2016 will already be our cost incurred today. Okay, so how much have we incurred in 2016? 200,000, and that will already be our CITD class, your cost incurred today. So your CITD divided by your cost at completion of 600,000, how much then is your percentage of completion? 33 and 1/3, or simply 1/3. In this case, it would be better for you to use the fraction instead of the percentage. Now, do we have the two things we need to solve for your RGP? The answer is yes. How much is the percentage of completion? 33 and 1/3, or simply 1/3. And how much is the expected gross profit? 400,000. Okay, so for those who are not paying attention from the start, the 400,000 here is not the 400,000 given in the problem. Okay, the 400,000 here is the difference between the 1 million and the 600,000. And the 600,000 we are talking about here is the sum of your 200 and your 400, which represents already our cost at completion. Now, we have 1/3 and 400. What do we do with the two? Multiply. 400,000 times 1/3 will give you 133,333. And normally that is not yet your RGP. What's the next step? Deduct the previous year's cumulative RGP. But since this is the first year, you will deduct nothing. So your RGP for year 1 would just be 133,333. Okay, and that will already be the answer for the percentage of completion. So our answer will either be A or B. Now, under the zero profit method class, the name is very suggestive. You will have zero profit. Okay, but that does not mean you will not really have any profit. What will happen under the zero profit method? You will only recognize profit once the project or the contract is fully fulfilled or completed. As long as the project is still not complete, then your RGP, your realized profit, would be 0. It's as simple as that. Okay? So throughout the construction period, it will be 0. Okay? And then in the year of completion class, you will recognize the total amount of profit in a single period class. Okay? As I've mentioned before, we do not like zero profit method so much because it does not comply with the matching principle, and it would result in very inconsistent income statement class. For example, it's a 5-year project. Year 1, 2, 3, and 4, you will have zero profit. Then all of a sudden, there will be a spike. You will have a big amount of profit in year 5. Okay? So, but again, the rule for zero profit method is very simple. While the project is still complete, you will not be recognizing any profit. Okay, when do you recognize profit under the zero profit method? Only when the project is already completed. Now, what's the status of this project in problem 9-1? Is it completed or not? Okay, and if you'll be asked how much profit will you be reporting for 2016, it will be 0. Because again, the project is not yet complete. How do we know the project is not yet complete? We still have estimated remaining costs. Okay, let's proceed to problem 9-2. Question here is, how much income would the company recognize on this contract for the year ended December 31, 2016? Okay, 2016 is the first year, the second year of the project class. Second year. As I've mentioned before, you need to solve for the previous year for you to solve for the second year class. Okay, but let's go over the problem first. Tower builders has consistently used the percentage of completion method. Uh, the 9 million class, what does this amount represent? This will be our contract price. Okay, it was completed in 2016. Okay, these are the records. Okay, let's solve first for 2015. If you are asked how much is the realized profit from this contract in 2015, again, you go back to the two things you need. What are the two things you need? Percentage of completion and the expected gross profit. Let's start with your expected gross profit. How do you solve for your expected gross profit? What are the two things that you need? Total contract price and the cost at completion. For 2015, are we given with the cost at completion? Yes. What is this cost at completion am I looking at, class? Estimated total costs at completion. Okay, so it's given already. Okay, but again, don't expect that to be always given, class. Okay, so we already have the cost at completion and we also have our contract price. In other words, this problem is an easy problem. Okay, you did not have to solve for cost at completion. So how much then is our expected gross profit? Contract price of 9 million and then cost of completion of 7 million 800. So this would give you 1 million 200. Okay, and then next is to solve for our percentage of completion. What are the two things we need to solve for the percentage of completion? Cost incurred to date and the cost at completion. Do we have our cost at completion again? Yes. Do we have our cost incurred to date? No, sir. Okay, it's worded differently. Plus, we have our cost incurred to date. Plus, if I say we need the cost incurred to date, you do not have to look for those exact words, class. Okay, the equivalent may be given in the problem. And that's exactly the case in this problem. Okay, the cumulative contract costs incurred, class, is already your cost incurred to date. Okay, I hope you understand that the cumulative contract costs incurred represents your cost incurred to date. Okay, uh, so do we have the two things we need to solve for the percentage of completion? Yes. So how do we solve for percentage of completion? Cost incurred to date divided by cost at completion. How much is our cost incurred to date? 3,900,000. How much is our cost at completion? 7,800,000. So 3,900,000 divided by 7,800,000, that will give you 50%. Now, do we have the two things we need to solve for the realized gross profit? Yes. Okay. We have the percentage of completion at 50% and we have our expected gross profit of 1,200,000. Okay, how much is 50%? How much do you get if you multiply 50% and 1,200,000? 600,000. And that is already the answer in this problem, correct? No, because we are not asked for 2015. What do I have to change in this problem so that the answer will be 600,000? How much is your profit for the year ended December 31, 2015? But since that is not the question, the answer here is not letter C. Okay, let's proceed to 2016. What are the two things we need to solve for our GP? Percentage of completion and the cost at expected gross profit. Do we need to solve again for our expected gross profit, class? Yes, because there's a change in our cost at completion. What are the two things we need to solve for expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. Do we expect the contract price to change? No, normally the problems will involve fixed price contracts, class. Okay, so contract price will be 9 million. What will change in this what changed in this problem from 2015 to 2016? Okay, the estimated total cost at completion. Instead of 7,800,000, it's now 8,100,000. What's the effect? Your expected gross profit will also change. So 9 million minus 8,100,000 will give you an expected gross profit of 900,000. What's the other thing we need to solve for our GP class? Percentage of completion. And what are the two things you need to solve for your percentage of completion? Cost incurred to date divided by your cost at completion. Do we have the cost incurred to date as of 2016? Yes, which is 6,300,000. And then divided by the cost at completion of 8,100,000. Is this 70%? 70. It's 7/9 class, correct? 7. It's not a good percentage. But when we multiply it to 900,000, it will end up being a good number, class. Give me the percentage, class. Give me the percentage. 77.7. Okay. Now, it would not be good if you use the percentage. Just use the fraction, because the fraction here would be 7/9. Am I correct? Okay. Let's just use 7/9. You multiply 7/9 with the expected gross profit. How much? 900. So 7/9 times 900,000 will give you 700,000. Is that the answer? No, the 700,000 is the cumulative as of 2016. What's the next step? Deduct the previous year's RGP, cumulative RGP. How much have we recognized in the past period? 600. So, cumulative this year is 700. Cumulative last year is 600. How much additional revenue are we going to recognize? In this problem? So our answer here would be 100,000. Okay. I have an issue with this problem there. If you read the problem, class, what did the problem say? The contract that was completed in 2016. So I think this is an error, class. Obviously, the project has not yet been completed, class. Okay, your expected cost of completion is 8,100,000 and you have only incurred 6,300,000. Okay, ignore that portion of the problem. So the answer here is 100,000. Hopefully everyone was able to solve the 100,000. Because if it's not a good percentage class, you use the fraction. But I think you'll encounter more problems with a good percentage than a quantas. But there are also problems that will ask you to round off, class. If the problem tells you to round off the percentage to this number of places, then you follow the problem. Okay? But as much as possible, no rounding off. Okay? As much as possible, no rounding. Let's proceed to 9-3. How many MCQ problems do we have for chapter 9? 30? Okay, we can do this, class. How much income should the company recognize for the year ended December 31, 2016? And 2016 is the second year of construction. Okay, it was started in January 10. The 6 million here represents what? Contract price. While the 4,500,000 is the initial estimated cost of construction. So this is the initial cost at completion. Okay, the following data are given. Income recognized at December 31, 2015, 600,000. What does this represent? This represents your RGP in 2015. You have here 3,600,000. What does this amount represent? Based on the terms we have discussed earlier, what does a 3,600,000 represent? This is your cost incurred to date as of 2016. Okay? And then, the estimated cost to complete at December 31, 2016. So this is the cost to complete 1,200,000. We're solving for 2016. Let's try first. What are the two things we need to solve for RGP? Percentage of completion and expected gross profit. Which one do you want to solve first? Percentage of completion or the expected gross profit? Expected gross profit. What do we need to solve for expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. Again, we are solving for 2016. So we need the cost at completion in 2016. Do we have the contract price, which is 6 million? Next, cost at completion. Is it any of the given amounts class? It's not the 4,500,000. Okay, you will have to compute for the updated cost at completion. Okay, since we are already at 2016. How do we solve for cost incurred to date? The cost incurred before plus, sorry. How do we compute for the cost at completion? Cost incurred to date plus cost to complete. Do we have our cost incurred to date in 2016? Yes, which is your 3,600,000. Do we have the estimated cost to complete, which is 1,200,000? Okay, so that means our cost at completion in 2016 is, as of 2016, is 4,800,000. And we are solving this one so that we can get the expected gross profit. So if the cost at completion is 4,800,000, how much then is our expected gross profit class? 1,200,000. Next, proceed to the percentage of completion. How do you solve for percentage of completion? Cost incurred to date divided by cost at completion. Do we have our cost incurred to date? Yes, 3,600,000. Do we have our cost at completion? Yes, which is 4,800,000. 3,600,000 divided by 4,800,000. Your percentage of completion is 75%. Do we have the two things we need to solve for RGP? Yes. So 75% times 1,200,000 will give you 900,000, which is letter D. Is that the answer, class? No, that is not yet your RGP. What's the next step? Deduct the previous year cumulative RGP. Are we given with that? Yes, which is the 600,000. Okay, you have to understand the amounts that we need, class. You will not always be given these amounts in the manner that we have discussed it. So the income recognized last year is actually the previous year's cumulative RGP. So what do we do with the previous year's cumulative RGP? Deduct it from the 900,000. So 900,000 minus 600,000, you will have RGP for year 2 in the amount of 300,000. Okay. Question. Assuming the cost at completion in 2015 is 4,500,000, how much was the percentage of completion in 2015 or in year 1? If in 2015 your cost at completion is 4,500,000, how much then was the percentage of completion? So you look for the percentage class. When multiplied to 1,500,000 will give you 600,000. Anyone? How much is the percentage of completion in year 1? It's 20%. Okay. So assuming the cost of completion is 4,500,000, how much then is the expected gross profit? How much is the expected gross profit? Class contract price is 6 million. Cost at completion is 4,500,000. So your expected gross profit is 1,500,000. Okay. So how do you get the RGP class, especially if it's year one? If it's year one, how do you get RGP? It's percentage of completion times expected gross profit. But this time, what is unknown is the percentage of completion, and what is known is the RGP. So what do? You divide 600,000 by 1,500,000. So 600,000 divided by 1,500,000 will give you, is it 40? Sorry, it's 40%. 600 divided by 1,500,000 will give you 40%. Sorry, the percentage of completion is 40%. Nine dash 4. How much loss should be recognized in 2016? Why do I think this is a difficult problem? Okay, you have here 3 million. What does the 3 million represent, class? Contract price. No, this is not a difficult problem. Okay, 2016 is the first year. Since the problem already tells us that there is a loss, class, this means we are expecting the cost to be greater than the contract price. How much then is the estimated total cost at completion, class, in 2016? Cost incurred of how much? 930, and then estimated cost to complete of 2,170,000. So our estimated cost at completion is 3,100,000, which is already greater than contract price. So we have an expected loss of 100,000. Plus, for the sake of discussion, how much is 930 divided by 3,100,000? 30 exact? 30%. So meaning the percentage of completion here is 30%. How much was the expected loss, class? 100,000. What do you get when you multiply 30% with 100,000? 30% times 100,000, you would get 30,000. But why is the answer not letter C? Why is the answer not letter C? Because if it's an expected loss, the expected loss will be recognized in full. Ignore the percentage of completion if it is an expected loss. And that is why the answer here is 100,000. Because the progress billings account is no longer used under IFRS 15. Basically, the difference lang, class, would be as to the accounts that will be used. Yeah. So insofar as the problems are concerned. For progress billings, we'll be using contract liability account, which is a form of an unearned income account. You will recognize contract liability every time you make a billing. Every time you bill your customer, you will recognize a receivable as a debit, and you will credit contract liability, which is in essence an unearned revenue account. We'll also discuss the MCQ in Milan. 9-5. What is the amount of contract cost incurred? Okay, so this is now where it gets difficult, class, guy. Instead of having to solve for the RGP, you will be given with the RGP, class, and instead you will be asked to work back, class, and solve for the things that we normally use to solve for your RGP. Diba, we use the cost incurred somewhere, class, to solve for RGP, but here the RGP is given. On April 1, 2015, the company entered into a fixed price contract. The 6 million here is our contract price. Percentage of completion method is used, the information given below. We are looking for 2016. Okay, because if the percentage of completion is 20%, how much then have we incurred? How much then is our cost incurred to date in 2015? Class, what does the 4,500,000 represent? Do you see the 4,500,000? What does that represent? Cost at completion. Diba we need that to solve for the percentage of completion? Okay, what's the other thing we need to solve for the percentage of completion? It's the cost incurred to date. Okay, but that's not given, but we are given the percentage of completion. So you work back class. If percentage of completion is 20%, cost at completion is 4,500,000. How much then is the cost incurred to date? What do? Instead of cost incurred to date divided by cost of completion, what do? Cost of completion times percentage of completion. Because if you have a hard time doing this class ba, it's not the fault of the subject kasi. It's not the fault of the topic. It's in your grade school class. Okay? So how much is 4,500,000 times 20%? 900. So if you'll be asked how much is the cost incurred to date in 2015, the answer would be 900,000. If you will be asked how much cost was incurred in 2015, it will also be 900,000. Why is your cost incurred for the year the same as your cost incurred to date? Are they supposed to be equal every time? No. But on the first year class, the cost incurred for the year will be the same as your cost incurred today. Okay? So if you'll be asked how much is the cost incurred to date in 2015, 900,000. If you'll be asked how much cost have you incurred in 2015, it will also be 900,000. Okay? Let's do this also in 2016. Solve for the cost incurred to date in 2016. And did you get that by multiplying 60% by 4,800,000? How much? 2 million. And what do we call that amount? It's the cost incurred today. What does that represent? It represents the cost incurred in 2015 and the cost incurred in 2016. And that is why the answer in this problem is not letter D. Because again, what does 2,880,000 represent? It's the cost incurred to date. What is being asked in problem 9-5? Just the cost incurred in 2016. So if your cumulative cost is 2,880,000, what do you have to do to arrive at the cost incurred in 2016? Remove the amount incurred in 2015. How much have we incurred in 2015? 900,000. So you have to deduct 900,000 from 2,880,000. And how much will that give you? 1,980,000. So the answer here would be letter B. Okay. Plus, can you verify if indeed the cumulative amounts, cumulative income would be 300 and 720? Percentage of completion is 20%. How much is the expected gross profit, class? Expected gross profit is 1,500,000. Where did I get 1,500,000? 6 million minus 4,500,000. Okay? Then you have 1,500,000 expected gross profit multiplied by 20%. That will give you 300,000. So the table is correct. Let's do this for 2016. Percentage of completion is 60%. How much is the expected gross profit? Is it still 1,500,000? Not anymore. 6 million minus 4,800,000. Our expected gross profit now is 1,200,000. And how much is 60% of 4,800,000? 60% of 60% of 1,200,000. 720. Okay, so last question for this problem. How much is the realized profit in 2016? Is the answer 720? Just for the realized profit for the year. 720 is not yet the answer because that is the cumulative amount. What's the next thing to do? Deduct the previous year's cumulative RGP. Pilay cumulative RGP last year? 300. So 720 minus 300 RGP in 2016 would be 420. So in our exam class, I can be using the same problem, but I will just be asking for different things. 9-6. Percentage of completion method. Why is there, 9-6. Zero profit method. Why do we not have zero in the choices? Let's see. The project was completed during 2016. Okay? So in the year of completion, you recognize the entire amount of profit. How much profit are we expecting in this contract? How much is the contract price? 3 million. And then total costs class. Two million. 2,700,000. What's happening? I The question is not on profit. Sorry. The question is on the balance of the construction in progress. Do we have to discuss this one? You will no longer be asked for the construction in progress. But because I have copies of pre-boards from the review centers, Kasba. They will still be asking these things. Right? Let's start with the profit class. If the profit here under the zero profit method, it's not zero because it's completed, but it would be uh, yeah, that's what what I noticed also. But assuming we're in 2016, how much is the profit in 2016 under the zero profit method? It would be 300,000. Where did we get the 300,000? The total profit from the contract. Contract price of 3 million and the total cost of 2,700,000. Okay. Uh, Let me just quickly discuss this. Because your construction in progress account will be composed of your construction costs and realized profit. Uh, did we discuss this one? Construction in progress account will be composed of your cumulative profit and cumulative cost. That's it. Very simple. How much have you incurred in 2015? 900,000. But the answer here is not letter B because under the percentage of completion method, regardless of the method used, your CIP account, your construction in progress account will be composed of your cumulative cost and cumulative profit. How much is your cost in 2015? 900,000. To answer this problem, you need to solve for the RGP in 2015. Okay, so let's do that. What are the two things we need to solve for RGP? Percentage of completion and expected gross profit. Let's start with expected gross profit. How much is the expected gross profit in this problem? Uh, it's 300,000. Where did we get 300,000? Is the difference between 3 million and 2,700,000. Where did we get the 2,700,000? The cost incurred of 900 plus the estimated cost to complete in 2015, which is 1,800,000. Next, solve for the percentage of completion. What are the two things you need to solve for percentage of completion? Cost incurred to date divided by cost at completion. Since this is the first year, the cost incurred for the year will be already our cost incurred to date. So cost incurred to date would be 900,000. Next, divided by cost at completion of 2,700,000. So that will give you a percentage of completion of 33 and 1/3%, or simply use 1/3. Multiply 1/3 with the 300,000 expected profit. That will give you 100,000. And that will form part of your construction in progress. Again, very important. What's the composition of your construction in progress? Cumulative cost and cumulative profit. How much is our cumulative cost? 900. How much is our cumulative profit? 100. So that's why the answer here would be 1 million. If you're using the zero profit method, the composition of your CIP account is the same. But why is the answer here not letter C? Because under the zero profit method, you do not have any profit. So what ends up happening? The amount that will form part of your CIP will just be the cost. But this is what I warn students always. Do not think that the CIP under the zero profit method will not include your profit. It will include your profit. But normally, why will it only be the cost? Okay, unless it is completed, you will not have any profit under zero profit method. In the year of completion class, your CIP will be equal to the contract price. Very important theory. In the year of completion, your contract construction in progress account will be equal to the contract price. I don't think that will come out anymore, depending on the examiner. But for the sake of discussion, solve for the RGP in 2016. Solve for the RGP in 2016. And the answer is 200,000. How do I know it's 200,000? There's no change in the estimates class. Pila estimated cost in 2016? Cost of completion, still 2,700,000. And how much then is the expected gross profit? Still 300,000. And what is the percentage of completion in 2016? 100%. Because it was completed in 2016. So you will earn the entire 300, but the answer is not 300 because you will deduct the 100,000 last year. So the RGP in 2016 would be 200,000. Let's reach the end of the time for once. Let's proceed to 9-7. Under the percentage of completion method, what amount of the 4,200,000 contract price is to be recognized as income in 2015 and 2016? There's nothing new to discuss here, class. Contract price, 4,200,000. What are the two things you need to solve for RGP, percentage of completion, and expected gross profit? Let's solve for expected gross profit first. What are the two things you need to solve for expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. Contract price given? Yes, almost always. Next, cost at completion given? No. Can it be solved? Yes. How do you solve for cost at completion? Cost incurred to date plus cost to complete. How much have we incurred so far? How much have we incurred so far? 600,000. Is our cost incurred to date in 2015 600,000? Yes. But why is it called cost incurred during the year? If it's the first year class, the cost incurred for the year is also your cost incurred to date. Okay, what else do we need? We already have the cost incurred to date. Cost to complete. How much is the cost to complete? 2,400,000. So the total estimated cost or the cost of completion is 3 million. Contract price was 4,200,000. Contract price is 4,200,000 minus total estimated cost, TEC, or cost of completion of 3 million. So we have an expected gross profit of 1,200,000. What's the other thing we need to solve for RGP? Percentage of completion. What are the two things you need to solve for percentage of completion? Cost incurred to date divided by cost at completion. Cost incurred to date is 600,000. Cost at completion is 3 million. 600,000 divided by 3 million will give you 20%. So 20%, what do we do with the 20%? Multiply it with the expected gross profit of 1,200,000. So that will give you how much? 1,200,000 times 20%. 240 minus 0. So our answer will either be A or B. Okay? Proceed to 2016. Do we need to solve for the percentage of completion in 2016? No, because we know that the percentage of completion is, and we know that it is 100% because the remaining cost to complete is 0. So the only other thing we need is determine the expected gross profit. What are the two things we need to solve for the expected gross profit? Contract price and cost at completion. Contract price again given. Solve for cost at completion. Is it 3,150,000? No, it's 3,150,000 plus 600. Plus, why did we not add anything in 2015? Because it's the first year. Why are we adding something in 2016? To get the cumulative amount of cost incurred. Cost incurred in 2015 is 600. Cost incurred in 2016 is 3,150,000. So total cost incurred is 3,750,000. Plus, common possible error here. Students would think that the 3,150,000 already includes the 600,000 last year. Okay? You will get this problem wrong if you will think that the 3,150,000 in 2016 already includes the 600,000 last year. Why do we know that the 3,150 does not yet include the 600 last year? Because how is that information labeled? Cost incurred during the year. Okay? So, class reading comprehension is very important here. So your total cost is 3,750,000. Deduct that from 4,200,000. 3,750 minus 4,200,000, 450. Okay, times 100%, you will have 450. Minus last year, how much was last year? 240. So 450 minus 240, RGP this year would be 210. Class, the computation might appear very long, class, but I hope you're able to tell yourself, class, ba, that you can break down the steps, class, in simple steps. Yun. Normally, you just need two things to solve for everything, class. Okay, and I'm a little bit tired of repeating them, class. Hopefully, you have remembered them already, class. As what I can remember, class, this is somewhat difficult problem. Can we skip this one first? Okay, it might consume so much of our time. Let's skip 9-8 first. Okay, cost incurred in 2015. Okay. Class, what's the 40, 140, and the negative 20 given in the problem, class? These are the realized amounts, class. Okay, so RGP in 2014 is 40. RGP in 2015 is 140. Realized loss in 2015 is 20. But that does not mean that the contract is not profitable, kasi. So cost incurred in year one. So what do we do with this one? Uh, you need to solve for the percentage of completion, class. Uh, are we given with the contract price? Yes, 2 million. So the question now is, how much is the percentage of, to answer 9-9, you need to solve for the percentage of completion that will result in an RGP of 140 uh, in 2015. How much cost was incurred in 2015? First class, how much do you think is the cumulative profit in 2015? Cumulative profit in 2015. 180. Okay, 140 this year and 40 last year. And then, mhm, okay. And I think we have to go through another talk. Class, by 2015, we have to go. Why is this both 2015? The last one should be 2016. Okay, class, let's go change the second 2015 to 2016. 20. When was this completed, class? Okay. Anyways, completion method, assumed. Class, it says recently completed. That's why you have to read the problem also. Regarding a recently completed building project. Okay, so by 2016, it's already completed. Okay, class, compute for your cumulative profit in 2016. It's 100. Cumulative class, it's 160. Profit of 14 year 1, profit of 114 year 2, and then loss of 20 in 2016 for a cumulative amount of 160. Since this is already completed class, then you deduct the 160 from the 2 million. That will give you the total cost of the project class. Okay? How much is 2 million minus 160? 1,840,000. Class, does everyone get the 160? The 160 here is very important, class. Okay, it's the total profit you've earned in the project. Okay, so that means your total cost is 1,840,000. What else does that mean? That the cost incurred in 2014 and 2015 and 2016 will add up to 1,840,000. How much have you spent in 2016? 820. How much have you spent in 2014? 360. So, if your total cost is 1,840,000 and you have spent 360 and 820 in year 1 and year 3, how much then must have you incurred in 2015? Or if you express that in an equation class, what do? 1,840,000 minus 360 minus 820. How much will that be? 600. And that is already the answer. Okay. You notice, class, we needed to go to 2016 to solve for 2015. Okay. But that's not how you do the accounting class. Okay. But of course, the problem will find ways to make it difficult for us. 9-10, what percentage of the project was completed by the end of 2015? We can already solve this one because we have the uh, cost incurred in 2015. Okay, how much is the cumulative profit, class? 180 in 2015. Cumulative cost in 2015. 360 plus, how much was it? 660. So that would be 1,020,000 plus 360 plus 660. Is that 1,020,000? 360 plus 660, 1,020,000. And then you add that with your 180 class. 1 1 1,020,000 class or 1,120? 1,020,000 plus 180. The 180 is the cumulative class. How much? 1,200,000 exact. Okay. Because this is where where CIP can come into play, class. Class CIP stands for construction in progress. Class, under the percentage of completion method, class, your CIP as a percentage to the contract price, class, would be representative of the percentage of completion. If you divide your CIP, class, by the contract price, that can give you your percentage of completion. Again, your CIP divided by your contract price will give you your percentage of completion. And what comprises your CIP, class? What comprises your construction in progress account? Cumulative cost and cumulative profit. How much was the cumulative cost? 1,020,000. How much is your cumulative profit? 180. So your CIP here, your CIP here would be 1,200,000. If you divide your CIP by the contract price, that can give you your percentage of completion. So how much is 1,200,000 divided by 2 million? 1,200,000 divided by 2 million. That would be 60%. So remember your CIP because your CIP, when divided by your contract price, will represent your percentage of completion. That is if you are using the percentage of completion method. That will not work if you are using the zero profit method. 9-11. What was the total estimated gross profit on the project by the end of 2015? Since we already have the percentage of completion, how much was the percentage of completion class? 60%. And then the cumulative profit is 180. How much then must have been the total expected gross profit? How do you solve for the cumulative RGP class? Expected gross profit times percentage of completion. Here, what is asked is the total expected gross profit, but we already have the two other things. We have the percentage of completion and we have the cumulative profit. So what do? Divide 180,000 by 60%. How much is 180,000 divided by 60%? It would be 300,000. Next, what was the total estimated cost? Did we answer this already? Cost of uh, the problem is worded incorrectly. What was the estimated? I think it should be cost to complete. Because how much was the expected gross profit class? Total estimated gross profit is 300,000. If your total estimated gross profit is 300,000 and the contract price is 2 million, the total estimated cost must be, class, please answer. If expected profit is 300 and the contract price is 2 million, that would tell us that the total estimated cost or the cost of completion in 2015 was 1,700,000. Okay? Plus 9-12 should be interpreted as cost to complete. Okay? Cost to complete. So how much did we incur in 2014? 360. How much did we incur in 2015? 660. Total of 1,020,000. So again, if contract price is 2 million and total profit is estimated at 300, your total cost must be 1,700,000. If you have already incurred 1,020,000 in year 1 and year 2, how much is the estimated remaining cost? So 1,700,000 minus 1,020,000 is the answer in the choices. It would be 680,000. Because this is exactly how these problems will be difficult, class. Okay, you will not be asked by the RGP anymore. You'll be asked to work back, class, and you have to understand what the amounts represent for you to be able to work back these amounts. Okay, 9-13. Actually, this would be very easy if you understand what the construction in progress account represents. Again, what will be the composition of your CIP class? Cumulative cost and cumulative profit. So if your construction in progress account is 244 and you have incurred 210,000, the only possible explanation here is that you have realized profit of 34,000. Okay, so the answer here will either be letter C or letter D. Proceed to 2016. Again, your CIP class is cumulative. So the 728, does everyone see the 728? It represents the cumulative cost and the cumulative profit. Cost in 2015, cost in 2016, profit in 2015, and profit in 2016. Okay, so what do we do? How much is our cumulative cost? How much is our cumulative cost? 210 plus 210 plus 384. How much is that? 594. Okay? So deduct that from 728. 594 minus 728. 134. Am I correct? So if 728 is your cumulative cost and your cumulative profit, and we have already deducted 594, giving us, how much was it, class? 134. What do you think the 134 represents? It represents your cumulative profit. But why is 134 not in the choices? Because what is asked is profit in 2016. How much have you reported as profit in 2015? 34. And your cumulative profit at this point is 134. So that means 134 minus 34 will give you realized profit in 2016 in the amount of 100,000. The answer would be letter D. And what aided us in answering this problem? The knowledge that your construction in progress account is composed of your cumulative cost and cumulative profit. 9-14, what's the question? What amount of gross profit should the company report in its income statement under the following methods? Okay. 2016. We have two projects here. Project 1. Contract price is 420. Cost incurred is 240. Cost to complete is 120. So cost of completion must be 360. And then, how much do you think is the expected gross profit, class? 420 minus 360. Okay, 420 minus 360 will give you 60. Percentage of completion, 240 divided by 360, that will give you 2/3. Just use 2/3. Multiply 2/3 by 60, you would get 40,000. Okay, you have minus 0 since this is the first year. So for project 1, you will have profit of 40,000 from project 1. Let's proceed to project 2. Contract price is 300. Cost incurred to date is 280. Estimated cost to complete is 70. So that means total cost is 350. That means we have an expected total loss of 50. Do we need to solve for the percentage of completion? No, because if it's a loss, recognized in full. So from project 2, we will recognize a loss of 50. So all in all, from both projects, we will be reporting a loss of 10,000. So the answer will either be C or D. Okay? Next, assuming zero profit, class. How much profit will be reported for project 1? Zero profit method. Zero because again, you record profit only when it is completed. Project 2. The question now is, will you report zero? Will you report the entire 50? Even if you use the zero profit method, class, if you have an expected loss, you will have to recognize it in full, class. So that means for project 2, you will also report a loss of 50,000 under the zero profit method. So all in all, under the zero profit method, you will have a loss of 50,000. So the answer here would be letter D. So what have we learned? Under zero profit method, if it's not complete, no profit. But even if it's not complete, if there's a loss, record the loss in full. Okay? 9-15. What is the gross profit of Chacha? Si Chacha. For 2016. Okay, it's completed already. Okay. Estimated cost at 3,120,000. Chacha is billing its client at cost plus 20% and uses the percentage of completion method. Class, can you add all the total cost, class, from 2014 to 2016? Is it 3,120,000? And then how much is 20%? How much do you add up if you are to add up 20%? 3,120 times 20% is 624. So you add 624 with 3,120, you will have 3,744. Okay. To solve for 2016, we need to solve for 2015 lang, class. Just 2015. Okay. Cost incurred in 2014 and 2015. Cost incurred to date. 546 plus 998,400 class. How much? How much? 1,544,400. And then the cost to complete of 1,315. How much is that? So that's the total estimated cost. You add the 20% markup, class. How much is 20% uh, of 2,860 class? Ano, it's the estimated cost is 3,120 times 20%. So the price would still be 3,744 minus the cost of 2,860. So 3,744 minus 2,860 class. That would be our expected gross profit. Okay, let's solve for the percentage of completion. Pila to cost incurred to date na to? 1,544,400 divided by 2,860,000. So how much is 1,544,400 divided by 2,860,000? That will give you 54%. Multiply that with our expected gross profit. How much was the expected gross profit? 884. How much is 54% times 884? 477,360. That would be our cumulative RGP. We need this one to solve for 2016. Pila to'y expected profit in 2016 class? 624. 624,000 times 100%, since it's already completed. Deduct previous year's cumulative, which we have just solved earlier. How much was the cumulative last year, class? 477 cumulative. 477,360. So 624 minus 477,360 would give you 146,640. So the answer here would be letter A. The letter B is the cumulative, class. Okay. The letter D is also the cumulative in year 3. Okay, the answer is letter A. Let's end here. I'll do the recording for the rest, class. Plus, I'll also send you a recording na for franchise class. Which I will send to your class.